Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of... a memories recipe. What can one say about it? No, really, what can one say about it? I don't remember this at all. I'm kidding. I have looked at it since I wrote the description of this video. I looked into the actual episode, episode 1, and reminded myself of all of the wonder that befell irresponsible workers, a stalker that with zero boundaries, and clearly an enemies to lovers story that just seems to not get the fact that one of them is the least appealing person on the planet. But the effects were decent. I keep saying that recently. My goodness. And yeah, it turns out it was exactly a month ago that we reviewed this last. So yeah, here we are. Let's talk to the chat first. Shardy says, "Well, I guess I'm only first one. I'm the only first one here," which doesn't make any sense. There's only ever one person who is the first at something. You're only ever the only first one of one thing because you're the first person to do it. There's only one. What does that mean? Also, it's a lie. Look at this comment from Josh that came before yours. So I don't get what you were talking about at all there. I just turned the notice. You only now just turn my notifications on, Prism? Wow. After all these years. I'm joking, of course. You can do whatever you want. That being said, I do encourage people to turn on notifications, even though I never say that because I always forget. Anyways, apparently Prism's only here because we get to see her second favorite character, which I presume is an ironic statement, but just in case, who is your second favorite character? So it seems like everyone's, yeah. I meant notice on, I meant the liar. Alright, fine. Fair enough. But yeah, no, seriously, who is your second favorite character? I'm kind of curious. While I can answer that question, let's start the second. Oh, he's introduced this. Oh, okay. I see. In that case, who's your first? Was they introduced before? Anyways, let's see the introduction of this character, or maybe not. Maybe it's not this scene, it was later. Let's watch the episode, is my point. Without further ado, on with the review.
Huh? There's a customer.
I thought we're already closed.
I'm so glad that we opened up here because now, having watched the episode back again, I remember this is the final scene where we left off. It seemed to be someone from Philly's past here, which I guess would be the second. Oh, okay. So Philly's your favorite, and potentially this new person that Philly is mortified of seeing again is your second favorite. Very curious.
Hang on, I'll check it out. Sorry, we're closed. You can come back tomorrow.
Well. What a pleasant surprise.
Lucinda. Oh, I think this is... Oh no, I thought the intro was about to happen. I was going to say the intro's copyrighted, so I would have to have muted it, but no, I guess we're fading to white and then going back here, because I guess it's because that was the last part of the last episode, so it wasn't a continuous thing. Okay.
Jet?
Hey there. It's been a while, hasn't it?
What are you doing here?
Yeah, where are the freedom fighters?
Just
And yes, I'm all alone today. No one wanted to join, it seems. Well, no one asked to join anyway. So yeah, spot's free if you want one.
checking in with you. Is there a problem with that? I mean...
Yes, the fact that we're closed right now, I'm about to have dinner, so yes, there's a bit of a problem.
Knowing your situation, isn't it just right for me to do so?
Hey, Felly, what's going on?
Those fakers. Faker!
Jet?
Why do you all seem surprised?
I forgot, like, everyone knows everyone in this story so far, so yeah, I guess they're just... Alright. I'd be too nervous to join. You joined before the previous video, didn't you? I think it might have been it was one of the Christmas ones. Not the one with your song, the different one.
Should you be happy to see a friend you haven't
Maybe it was
seen
one.
for almost 4 months?
What do you want this time, man?
Are you here to cause trouble again?
No, I'm here to provide a convenient close-up so you can save on your animation budget. You're welcome.
No, why would I?
Of course, it was for the J-Cus because you were, nominated and won. So yeah, I get that makes sense.
Right. Speaking of which, I'm not here to get.
What is going on out there?
Came here to, pay a visit.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means pay a visit.
Hey, is everything alright in... Oh.
Long time no see.
I love how he has like his own like bad boy like theme song like theme music in the background.
PP.
Great. Here we go again. Oh yeah, it has. And I'd love to keep it that way.
Seems like she's got more of an enemy ship to him than Philly has, even though Philly's the one who seemed most terrified. I'm guessing that he wronged them both in some way. Oh my goodness, what if he cheated on one of them with the other? Ooh, that would be It's very quiet. Yeah, I know. Like as soon as February started. Okay, so here's the thing with YouTubers in general. January tends to be the worst month for stuff like ad revenue or viewership and such because people are going back to their lives. They're not watching as much YouTube. Advertisers don't invest as much because Christmas is over, etc., etc. But so it's expected to have like a dip from the holiday season back into very few, but it doesn't normally last until February, I don't think. Then again, with Valentine's Day sometime soon, we're gonna get a bunch of Valentine's adverts, like this one. I don't know. I programmed it so that every like 12 minutes or so there'll be an ad, so potentially it's gonna be one in each set. I'm kidding. I can't control when YouTube does that. It's gonna just cut me off in the middle of a sentence at some point, probably.
Still got the same attitude, I see. It never gets old.
If you're just gonna
thank
cause
you.
trouble, then scram. We're closed.
Whoa there.
Oh, whoa! I'm not gonna put that on. I should not put that on screen. Oh no! I just outed you. Oh dear. Ah.
An important detail here, just to keep you informed. My uncle is the landowner here, and I'm just doing what I'm told to do.
Okay. I like how he presents the paper. Actually, so again, there's very few times you can get to see like a 3D perspective or something by using like the back and forth plane. What would be the third dimension if it weren't a 2D image? But yeah. If my channel's terminated, oh no, we've had enough channel terminations around us recently.
Care to read for me?
Dear Mr. and Mrs. Mayorga, we would like to inform you about your net profit lately due to your business. Because of this, as of the date above, you still owe $4,500 for rent.
Wait, sorry, you're about to inform you of the net profit, even though you've been the one keeping all of the finance details and sending those over, presumably? And also, we're informing you of it, but also not telling you anything about it. We're just saying how much you owe. That is a terrible record keeping right there. That seems like a scam. I mean, it's obviously from the landowner, but it's not presented properly, You gotta be more specific there.
Your payment has passed 42 days, and as a result, you owe an extra $100 for late dues, making it $4,600. If you do not provide billing or payment by the 30th of September, we may close your restaurant.
Closing?
Quick, someone get Gordon Ramsay in. We need a Kitchen Nightmares thing to make them turn a profit. Okay, is now the intro? It's a white screen. Yep, it's the intro. Okay, we're skipping ahead. Yeah, it's about here. They love this shot of the central bistro just to remind us of where we are. They had that in like the last episode, it's 5 times. They've been teasing us within it. Don't worry, KW, you're not late. In fact, the intro just passed. All that you missed is that Jet, the landowner's nephew, has shown up on the property and delivered them a very unprofessionally formatted finance letter saying that they owe $4,600, I think it was. Otherwise, the restaurant's going to be closed. And that's all that you missed.
Closing? You can't be serious. How come my parents never told me?
Jet, bro.
Wait, do your parents own the restaurant or do you own it? Because I thought you were like the manager, therefore might also be the owner. A lot of the time, those two are the same. That's the same person. Some of the time, it's not. I don't know.
Don't do this to us. We need this.
This is the only job we have! You gotta reconsider.
I'm just doing my job, guys.
This is literally don't shoot the messenger. I mean, he literally said the rest was from his uncle, so unless he's been convincing his uncle to do so, but it doesn't seem like it. No one is professional on this show. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. I mean, apart from Philly, it seems. Philly's the only one who I think is and kind of Vivian, sort of. Even though I'd argue that the person who went to get the groceries should not have been the chef who also left a pot of soup mid mid stewing. Like that's yeah. So maybe she's not the best either, but she's up there. Philly is definitely the one holding this place together with duct tape.
I can't really do anything here, to be honest.
Is there really no way?
Yes, provide the money by the time that is in the letter. That is literally what it says on there.
Well,
Why do I feel like I know what this twerp is about to say?
there is an easy way to save this business, you know. I could try talking things out, but with a condition. And I'm pretty sure that Vivian can be the hero here.
Deal's off. We can certainly do this on our own, so no help from you is needed.
Whoop, your choice. Take it or leave
Ooh,
it.
the arrow.
Jet, please. We need this business.
Hold on, I've got some good news by the way. I just need to I just finished editing Misfits Book 1. I just need to wait for Spilled Cult, podcast member and uncle to get off work to upload the latest version. Why do you need to wait for a person to upload an updated book until... I've used Amazon Publishing before. I know how it works. You don't need to wait for a person to upload the latest version. Moreover, what does podcast member and uncle mean? Do you have a podcast of which your uncle is a member? Is that what... I'm so confused now. Anyway.
This is the only thing our family has left for a living. Don't take that away.
Look, there's really nothing I can do. The only way to solve this is to pay up.
We don't have the money right now, though.
Did I say you're gonna pay it now?
No, you
You sp-
didn't. You in fact said... in fact, the letter specifies the date. Was it September 30th?
We'll have 1 month.
Yeah.
Wait, Jet.
Hmm?
I can't believe I'm doing this. 1 month wouldn't be enough. You know how the profits go. Can't you take that into consideration?
That's literally the reason you're being closed down, because the restaurant is not profitable enough and the landowner's not get... Do you not understand how this works here?
I'll see what I can do. You're my darling after all.
You...
In the meantime, just
I think he's trying to... I think it's like holding her wrist or something. Probably we're done with a sound effect there.
1 month.
Wish I could be Vivian right now. Ah, yes, I too enjoy being blackmailed with unemployment. What a life to live.
Time is gold, everyone. I'll wait for
Speaking of gold, nice detail of him having a purple and gold car. The color of royalty and also the color of wealth.
the money. Don't you worry.
And it's a very quiet car too, which implies that it might actually be a hybrid, which are which are tend to be more expensive nowadays. You know what? That's some good environmental storytelling right there. That car is probably my favorite detail of this episode so far. Okay, Jacob, party mover. Every party needs a pooper, that's why they invited you. Party pooper, party pooper. Nell. Need second eyes to make sure I did everything right with the book. I will see if I have time. It's kind of, remake season. I'd offer to do that myself, but
Oh, great. Now what?
What are we gonna do? We're gonna lose the business.
How are we going to earn that much money?
I just realized that Mallory's heart eye highlights don't move with her pupils, and that's putting me off for some reason.
Barely get any customers.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Don't make me raise my voice. Oh. Look, I know I saw that before, but I mean, okay, yeah. I was gonna say that I would, because at one point I did offer to do that myself, but I was saying why I didn't say like, oh yeah, I could use third eyes or something. That's what I meant.
What a day.
Yep, got stalked and blackmailed.
You guys go ahead. I'll talk to Fally first.
How are we gonna pay that much money?
Fally?
If we don't pay rent, where will we go?
Okay, so it cut to her before her mouth started opening, which means that like Vivian was like reading her thoughts.
Fally?
If this business is gonna shut down for good, what
Fally?
will happen to us? What if...
Fally, stop. You're just making yourself worry even more.
How can I not worry, Vivian? My whole family needs this. My parents will be devastated if we lose this restaurant. We don't know where to go.
How exactly are we going to save the restaurant? It's not going as good as it used to be.
You mean as well?
I need to clear things up from my mind.
I am a fan of this, of all the custom backgrounds. I think I mentioned this in the last episode, but I guess because we've now got new sets, it's always fun to see pictures, especially ones that have been shifted, probably an isometric grid or something like that, which I still need to look into. I'm sensing that one of those was fan art because it seemed to be signed in the bottom corner. And then on top of that, everything else again, shaded vectors and everything. So pretty decent setup here. Those two having better chemistry with Vivian's actual love interest. If you're referring to Vivian and Jet right now, Vivian's actual love interest so far has stalked her, refused to give details on a phone, and insulted her to her face multiple times under the guise of being charming, which admittedly is terrible human behavior. However, it seems that Jet, even though his hands are tied, he's not really doing something himself. He is taking pleasure in shutting down people who can't help themselves, and on top of that, is presumably going to blackmail Vivian in order to even have a chance to save the livelihoods of multiple people when she clearly has. I mean, it seems like it's romantic interest, so yeah, oh, okay, Vivian and Philip. Okay, all right, I see. Not just I meant Jet and Kyle. The fact that Jet's a love interest still. Anyway. Why couldn't this jet be squashed by Longfei? Anyway.
I guess watching some television would help me out. Nope. No. Already watched that episode.
Of course you have, but, you know, nice reference here. There's a lot of gachatuber references in this, not only with some of the gachatubers themselves appearing as extras, including Kamexuri, actually, who, again, is a voice in this episode. So presumably all the gachatubers that are voice actors in the episode also got their characters as cameos, which, you know what? Not a bad idea. But anyway. What? Protag. That's so Jacob. Is that my... Is that because I'm psychic? Is that why am I the new Raven or something? I have visions of what occurs, but only in the context of Gacha review. So it's a much more pointless like a superpower. I noticed Vivian was in Misfits as a single character. Why did I use the name twice for stuff I don't know? I didn't mean to. I mean, admittedly, I've reused names in the past. There's 2 canonical Siluses in the Butterverse, because they weren't originally intended to be in the same universe, either of them. And then and I think also one of the characters in my sci-fi series is also named Pete. Very minor role. Dies fairly quickly, spoilers. Jacob needs a tune for when he plays the future in Gacha or Minecraft. Yeah. It's been a while. I have to I don't know what That's the Raven theme song sounds like.
The biggest culinary competition in the world has
Huh?
finally come to Deloraine City. That's right,
Biggest
the well-known
cooking competition?
Hold on. Okay, so speaking of Music Freaks, once again we have the Music Freaks has finally been released. I'm doing what I did in the Has Been Hotel review and paying more attention to the ticker than I am to the actual lines. Also because the what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, because I've heard about this competition already, because in the last episode it seems that they were preparing for like a new season. The 2 presenters who sound curiously a bit like Jesse and James were kept in the shadows, and the manager comes out and is like, "Ah, yes, this is going to be perfect," or something, which seems like a very shadowy overlord situation going on with that TV station, which is an interesting idea. The entire time thread of music. Oh dear. How will this series end? Well, so after developing ample chemistry, both good and bad, Vivian and Kyle tie the knot and shove Jet out the front door, because they've now made the profit, and potentially at some point, I don't know, maybe maybe Philly and parents and such buy the land off of the uncle, so Jet has no power anymore, so he gets kicked away and he vows revenge, but you know, in the like a typical bratty fashion. And that's it. There you go.
Zenmania has finally landed in our city. Here's Courtney Bridge.
Now showing in all cinemas. You know, I long for the day when a gacha video gets shown in cinemas. I mean, I think because it's because they're using like game assets, you can't really turn that into a movie without some sort of license. Though the question is, has Lunime, the company, figured that out yet? I don't know.
To deliver the news. Take it away, Courtney.
Gachatuber has officially opened their own merch store. Okay.
Chefs and Mania? That's the show me and my sister.
And Men's Recipe is taking too long. Aim off. Oh my goodness, the universe implodes. The fourth wall is being broken from within the fourth wall of the TV.
Used to watch when we were little.
Get a private cinema. That doesn't count. Vivian Inclamai. I am a werecat, Vivid in Misfits. I am a nobody who will appear only once, and a different race. Yeah. Well, as long as they're different, it's kind of like, Pete and the Mutant Girl. You know, I'm a fairly shy but also rather straightforward person who will rise to the occasion when needed to. Pete in How to Escape the Universe. Let me show you how best to take down our mortal enemies and destroy them and also eat them. I'll go through my battle strategy in excruciating detail for you, just so it gets in your mind. It will replay in a scene later. So yeah, very different people for sure. Also, Silas in Mutant Girl is a dad. Silas in Comina Viejo is a baby. So yeah.
Little kids. I haven't watched it since I got busy with high school. It's now here in the city, huh?
They will then
Hold on, I'll just find a teach my TV like this. Oh, subscribe to this channel for more. Yeah, this TV channel. Subscribe to the TV channel to find out more. Yeah.
beyond their limits. In the end, there will only be one winner. Who will win the Chef's trophy?
The second to last episode. This is a really short series.
I mean, it's not a bad idea if I join Chefs in Mania.
Did the reporter say $2,000? I mean, that's going to help the profits for sure. Oh, I was looking to see that there's a Siege YT doll. So you have a doll of the god of your universe. The more I look at this background, the more and the stuff is going on, the more I'm like, oh my goodness. This is a fourth wall annihilation. Oh my goodness. Going on 2 episodes into the series, is this better than Unbounded and the Music Freaks episode 1 through 6? I mean, Unbounded also only has 2 episodes, so I guess that's a bit of an easier metric to judge it by, I think. And from what I remember from Unbounded, I think what puts that over this series for me is the world building. Because I mean, I think though, because I know it's the typical, here's what happens in the world and here's how it came to be. But also it delves into the horrendous implications of the world itself, as well as explaining how the magic works and how it actually affects people, and how it's only the unbounded people who actually be able to do something about it. It also shows off the hierarchy and it has actual combat and a more varied movement and such. I think the animation as well, it has the lighting, and the voice acting too, I think is actually better, because in this one there are a few people who really probably aren't I mean, they might be doing their best, but they're not, I think, the best suited for these roles or something. Like Philly, for example, her voice actress is way too mellow and subdued rather than being able to actually project and shout and panic and all those things that Philly is supposed to do. So I think Unbounded so far a far better series than this for all those reasons. Music Freaks, on the other hand, has gone back and forth. The voice acting Music Freaks has been fairly consistent. The story, on the other hand, that's where Music Freaks kind of takes a tumble all the time. But again, that's through 6 episodes rather than the 2 that have been here so far. So if it was the first 2 Music Freaks episodes, I'd be like, okay, Music Freaks is generally mostly neutral series, but also has a couple of music videos, musical sequences to go along with it. So probably also better, I think. So yeah, so it is not better than either of those. That's my actual answer. Blech. I need to fix everything. Hold on. This is a second part of a comment. Oh, I need to fix everything. I was double checking mode on Microsoft Word, and it looks weird. I hate being. Yeah, I told you the format was weird on there. I did the same thing with Erasmus back in the day. That's why it looks so strange reading through it. And and I was on a trip, and people actually I showed the actual book to some people, like the first edition. It's like, this is whoa, oh my.
It's always been one of my dreams to be in there. But am I ready for it? Is my quality of food enough to get in and stay there? Will I be able to cope up with my fellow competitors? Can I really do it? No, never mind. I don't think I'll be able to handle that. I need to think of something else.
Message from Jet. Just from Jet, you know. Hey, sweet cheeks, or whatever he says to her. There's just like, you know what, on second thought, I'm signing up for this thing.
Wait, Zuri?
19,000 subscribers and 20 million total views as of today.
Hold on. Not 20 million views and only 19,000 subscribers? That's not a good turnaround, I don't think. Like, at all. I'd expect, but for 20 million views over across like several videos, and this is like one video that went super viral that really like takes over the metrics. I would imagine something within like 6 digits, most likely. Usually, anyway. There are some like old YouTube videos that, because like, you know, back when there'd be like one viral sensation, some people would subscribe to the channel even if they didn't post anything new, and then nothing ever came of that. So most people didn't bother, and they would replay the video several times because it was a meme, so it got shared around everywhere. You heard it a bunch. But yeah, most of the time, unless like there's again, is there a cooking meme video? Did the Gregory brothers do a remix? I'm not really sure, but those numbers don't seem to add up.
Only the age of 25, she has already built her third branch of her own.
Wow, third branch already?
Yes, this is the third branch of my restaurant. My business is going so well. I honestly can't even
Zuri is really amazing.
all to my
I wonder how she
You know what? I can actually see why they didn't get her in person there to phone her in, because she's so busy running 3 restaurants and a YouTube channel.
did
Yeah.
all of this.
dying love and support.
If only I could be just like her.
About her secrets and tips about having a successful business like her. And here's
Okay, that's enough.
If only I could be just like her. Here, have some tips and tricks. Don't turn off the TV.
TV. I'm comparing myself with other people again.
If only I could be like them. Tips and tricks to be successful. If only I could be just like them.
You gotta be kidding me.
Hey, have you double-checked your things before you went home?
Oh my
This
goodness.
is Kyle, by the way. Just in case you forgot.
It hasn't even been a day yet, and this guy's still at it. Great.
Is he that bored? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. But do you not know any common sense?
It would be, to be fair from him, it's pattern recognition. That is a part of common sense.
I do. That's why I'm reminding you, right?
Is this guy serious right now? For goodness sake, why don't you just leave me alone?
Yeah, should have been a message from Jet.
I'm just kidding. No hard feelings.
Yeah, sure, no hard
He kids around like they're really close friends, but that really does not work unless you've like actually have a history together. Oh, but they have that one time from childhood. Neither of them remember that, it seems.
feelings. You really have the nerve to humiliate me again, huh? Take your boredom somewhere else.
Did he put his number? I forget if he put his number in her phone before. I don't think he. Oh yeah, because he had to call her. So yeah, I have a contact. Never mind. Yes, it's the
All
stalker
joking
guy.
aside, though, be careful next time. Hope to bump into you again someday.
Yeah, I hope you don't.
Good night.
Please never return.
Should I even reply?
No. You can do better. Both love interests are trash. Also, hello, Vin.
Good night.
What's so funny, Kyle?
Huh? Oh, it's nothing.
Oh, really now? You can't just laugh for no reason.
It's nothing important.
It's way worse. But yeah,
Anyway,
I mean, okay. To be fair to Pierce, Pierce at least has Anastasia's best interests in mind. That like that's more than I mean. Okay, whatever. He's like, oh yeah, take care of your things and such. But it's not like whenever Anastasia like messes up, he starts like berating her for it. Pierce just follows him best. He's just simple. Yeah, exactly.
I'll be off. See you on Friday.
1:45 p.m. sharp. Don't be late. It's a big day.
Yes, sir.
Take care, dearie.
Oh my goodness, his parents are Jesse and James from the show. It's a film in which some memories interfere with the retrieval of other recollections. This will most likely happen when certain information is very similar to other knowledges that were previously stored in memory. Okay. However, oh. Also, I'm remembering the Undertale joke from last episode, and it seems like we have a pattern here as far as like the sounds go. Now, this would have worked better as a sci-fi series. Maybe. While some memories may be inaccessible to you, they are not entirely gone. Yeah, you just kind of have to sort out the information, it seems. This might be time for another flashback. And yes, it is.
Wait! Stop! Hey! Over here!
Oh, she's got a blue ribbon on. Guess they could talk about some competition that's happened. I can't read what that says because Ryujin is too small.
Why is he not looking at me? Can he not hear me?
Or just ignoring you. If he's running that fast away from you, then probably.
Wait, is he leaving? No, not yet. Stop! Please, wait! Stop!
Okay, that's interesting. Because it seems like... Is it because for the interference thing, my guess is that she's equating two things that happened together which actually weren't correlated. Also was chasing after a different person. And those two members might have been spliced together because of the new information thing. Because I presume she doesn't remember too much of what happened in the immediate aftermath of being hit by a car. So, yeah, most likely that. Because otherwise, there's no point telling us what interference is. Unless that's a red herring, which I don't think it is, because we just spent 20 seconds of a video going through that detail. So hopefully,
What just happened?
it's going to be a flashback. I've seen this trope done twice in Gacha, so I despise it. Ah, yeah, it also happens in many Miss and Mrs. Dysart. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay. That was the character that I voiced as well. One of the only scenes in Mrs. Dysart that I didn't write almost entirely because doesn't take place inside the classroom.
Wait. Did I oversleep again?
That depends. Look at the time.
Oh.
No, you didn't.
Never mind. I woke up just on time.
Oh, you just meant the... Oh, okay. All right, then.
2 minutes right before the alarm. Wait! Stop! Please! Seriously, what is up with these dreams lately? Do they even mean something?
My question is, do you sleep in a kimono?
Now that I think about it, these aren't actually dreams, are they? These are more like recollections That first dream.
These are more like recollections. Yes, the time I got hit by a car is so easy to mistake for a dream.
Showed my experience in grade school. Everyone in my class knew that my dad was a chef, and he was the one making lunch for me. He would always be so happy to see my lunchbox empty every time I went home.
Even if I was never the one to eat any of the food, all the bullies took it from me.
What he didn't know is that it wasn't me who ate his meal.
Da 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 da, that's so Jacob. I don't know the theme song, I don't know what it sounds like, but I completely blocked this episode from my mind. Well, maybe you're the one who's been has memories interfered with, and not so much. And also, KW, for the record, I've never lived in Japan either, but I have worn well, I guess I guess it depends what I mean, we call them kimonos, but I guess they're more like gi because I've done different martial arts, and they are not they're not suitable for sleepwear in the slightest. You will boil in those. Okay, so it's kimono pets for sleeping in pajamas. Okay, I see then. All right then, that makes more sense.
But my classmates. I can't really remember those who bullied me, since that was a long time ago. But one thing I remembered for sure was that boy who helped me.
That's right, Scram!
I don't recall getting his name. I can't remember why.
Here.
Because he ran off
Let me
immediately.
help you.
The dream I had now was my recognition day.
It was the day that my eyes vanished.
I realized that the boy who helped me was going to another school. So I chased him.
Hey! Over here!
What was he doing there then, in that case?
But I didn't make it. Why am I getting these all of it?
Just some of my bullies. Yeah, I I don't remember all of mine. I don't remember some of them. I've had too darn many.
Sudden. What's its purpose? Could it be?
The axe forgets, but the tree remembers, or something. Yeah, unless the axe gets stuck, in that case it remembers. But yeah, that's true. I remember the first. Oh yeah, the first names of the bullies. Wow, that's that's taken far. That's far back. Yeah.
Something connected from the past? I suppose the answers will be for later. One thing at a time. Right?
Why would the Jacob Butter get bullied? For a myriad of reasons. However, surprisingly, being the Jacob Butter was not one of them. People were weirdly into my YouTube channel for different reasons. Like it was either song parodies or I got like this was around, especially when I was playing Minecraft. Like around the time that Minecraft was again, kind of like vilified as like a very like nerdy game, etc. People for some reason just had me as the exception when talking about that. They never, and the actual bullies never like, even brought that up to begin with. Surprisingly, I don't know. Would have thought. I just get my yearbooks and find them easily. Well, then it's much easier to remember them then. But yeah, they slay. They're jealous. Well, they never expressed it. Again, it's one of the things that I, for some reason, just never got made fun of. But like, I heard all these stories of people being made fun of for having YouTube channels growing up, and I don't know. I guess. To be fair, like the stuff I did on YouTube was essentially the stuff that I would do in real life, minus playing Minecraft. I didn't play Minecraft in school. I was actually a good student. I didn't play games in class or anything. But I did perform songs and do presentations and all that fun stuff.
Now, this thing needs to shut up.
Chefs and Mania?
Yeah, it's true! It really came to our city!
That's awesome!
I never thought that it would actually come here.
Do people realize when they make videos about or make a story arc about a cooking competition, it doesn't have to be local to them. A lot of people commute to those areas. They do an audition for the actual contest. They're usually provided accommodation, and from that point, they make their way to the studio, wherever the city might be. You don't have to be in the actual same area. It doesn't have to be like, oh yeah, come into the city or something. That's usually more of a concert thing because that's like a one-time event, and it's also very hard to, get in. So it's like, oh yeah, they're coming to this city, this area, but might as well. I've never considered going to see this person live, but not usually for competitions. Like TV studios rarely move things around. They most of the time have closed sets anyway. It's actually way more expensive to have a studio that moves around all the time for this purpose. Anyway. Recently, someone I know IRL made my chat just to make fun of me. I'm sorry that happened. I've heard that it does happen to a lot of people, and that is also one of the main reasons that people tend to quit their channels. Not that they should. That's absolutely not the answer that I would seek there at all. But yeah. Oh wait, he didn't. Oh, he didn't make fun of your. Wait, so he went to your channel to make fun of you, but didn't make fun. Oh, maybe he just liked the content then. Maybe he was like me. It's like, haha, The Guardian's such a crazy show. Wait, hold on. I'm wait, 30 episodes in. Oh wow, it's actually a huge jump in quality. Oh my goodness, the story. Wow, Yumeka's hilarious. Oh, where did all the time go? I've watched 2 seasons of this. What was I doing here again? I don't know. Oh, he just sent his plan to his friend. Oh, I guess the friend wasn't invested enough. That's fair. Not sure he liked it, but he was quiet. It's like, make fun of her, but mildly. Oh my goodness.
Where did you get that information?
It was in the news last night. They said that the competition will start this Friday.
That's tomorrow.
What time does it air?
Why would the news say this Friday if they mean tomorrow? Unless it was like a recorded advert, but no, I think it was like a news bulletin announcement, right? So they would have said tomorrow.
2 p.m.
Oh, actually, no, they said it was because yesterday. And yesterday, so it was said Friday. Okay, never mind. I take that back.
Tomorrow is just half a day of work. Right, Felly?
Right. We're definitely gonna watch the show.
Absolutely. Wait, Vivian!
What about Vivian? You can invite her too.
Yeah?
Are they going to think of, like, signing her up because she said she wasn't going to? I mean, I guess maybe.
Please tell me that you watched the news last night.
Oh, yeah, I have. Why?
Then I'm pretty sure you heard your favorite shows coming to our place.
And what about it?
What do you mean, what about it?
You should definitely join, Viv.
Yes, you should.
Oh, about that. I'm not sure, okay? I don't think I can handle that.
Viv, that's a big opportunity for you. You get to prove yourself to thousands of people and what you can do.
I know, but the thing is, I don't think I'm ready.
You don't think you're ready? You've been cooking for 2 years, your food is amazing, and you said that it's your dream to cook for the top culinary stars.
Okay, hold on. Cooking for 2 years is usually, again, depends on the competition. But 2 years in the grand scheme of things is actually not a lot of time when it comes to the people who tend to go on the competition. Unless it's, again, like apprenticeship kind of things. Then maybe. It depends. Someone tried to make fun of how was it, like Star Stable Online or something like that when they made a movie, but it got so many views their comment didn't really matter. Well, so it got like drowned out by the rest of them. Yeah, that's fair. Welcome Sukasa's Thighs. hopefully the rest of you follows soon after. We can combine to form Exodia. Oh, and I want to say like Crimit Draws, Smit Draws. I'm sorry, I'm butchering that. How do you say your name? I got startled by these voices when I clicked it. Well, oh, you got startled by the fact that it's voice acted? Oh yeah, I guess I don't tend to put voice acted or not in the gacha review titles. The original one does actually say that it is voice acted, so yeah, that's fair. Do I like the facial expressions in this episode? Yes, actually. I forget if I said anything about them last time, but in case I didn't, yeah, the facial expressions, so far I think have been more, have done more for the characters than some of their vocal deliveries. But then again, they're obviously made after the vocal deliveries come in, so it's not like it's, you know, it's not like there's a disparity per se. Yeah, it was so quiet at the beginning, and now it's getting yeah, exactly. You forgot the gacha existed. Well, worry not. That's what we're here to remind you, in all of its majesty and glory. Names people can't pronounce club. Yeah, names with X in them as well. Wonderful SK views. Of course, they did do re-uploads for it to fix some errors, which is fair. I mean, some people have done remakes, but yeah, I was proud of them. It wasn't too bad for when they're trying out a new editor. Well, maybe at some point I shall venture into the world of Star Stable Online reviews, and I can watch that with you at some point. I don't know. I am a simp. I'm presuming you mean for Tsukasa, or Tsukasa's thighs, more specifically. Anyway. Don't worry, I can't even say my name. Then why did you pick it? If no one could put... Why did you pick this name, then? There's got to be a story behind that. Even BB tries to say Speranza. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why, because it's quite clear that you are Prism of Voices, so I've been calling you Prism this whole time. So yeah. I'll send the... Yeah. Well, you know what? Sure, why not? It's got to be a day that you're, like, available, because I feel like that review would be better with you in it, giving context. Okay, horse.
Why don't you give it a shot?
Caballo.
I think this is your time to shine.
Well...
It can help the business as well, you know?
Right! Guys, don't put the
Have you seriously not considered that?
business as a reason here. She has to do this for herself.
No, they're right.
Wait.
She gets to be the heroine, but without having to succumb to Jet's blackmail, which is great. And oh my goodness, I paused in the wrong frame. Oh me, oh my.
What?
I want to help the business out, so I might as well sign up for it.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. And I did say it was my dream. I think it's a matter...
It's either that or go on a date with Jet. I'd rather humiliate myself in front of 1,000 people than go on a date with that creep. So, yeah, let's do that.
Of time that I actually do it.
Alright then.
You go, girl!
You got this.
This is your time to shine in thighs. What, is that like the cries in Spanish meme or something? Just like sneezes in thighs.
Thanks, guys. It means a lot. Now, can we go back to work?
Hey, that's supposed to be my line.
Not anymore.
I'm gonna use your user Crimit for no reason, but came out as Smit. So I use this all the time. My friend tries to say that it came out. Okay, fair enough. Okay, yeah, why not? I think actually, apparently Smosh came out of a mispronunciation as well. I think someone was trying to discuss going to a Smash Mouth concert, but it came out as Smosh Mouth, and then Smosh became a running joke within that friendship group, and then Ian and Anthony, when they made Smosh.com, obviously use it for that, and then the channel, and then the rest is history. I think that's how that went. And like I said before, there's plenty of gachatuber cameos in here. I mean, I can see Rosie Closey in the background there. I can see several more that I don't actually know the names of. Plenty of people with headphones on. That's how you can tell usually. And the fact that they're all like different hues and shadings and such, which means that they haven't been converted into one particular style. They've just been taken from whichever exports there were and put in. And I will say, like, I know that the having presets as extras is a very stigmatized practice, or at least it was back in the day of Gacha Life and before, because there were only so many presets that it was so obvious when someone had been lazy about that. Whereas with Gacha Club, obviously there's so many of them, you basically could just barely tell if you did that. But also having gachatubers as cameos is infinitely a more recognized and more revered practice, let's say. I think a couple of them might have been humanized in here, which, by the way, I like the fact that you know, I guess nowadays you don't really have this so much, but again, back in the day of Gacha, you would have a lot of characters who were animal hybrids, but without going into the details, I just like a thing of the world. You don't see that so much anymore. So people who make their gachatuber OCs in animal hybrid form, they tend to get adapted into humans this time because it's gone in that direction. I guess that's one of the things I was subverting with the Mutant Girl, was the fact that almost everyone was humanoid at the time, which obviously doesn't really make much difference now because the pendulum hasn't swung back in the other direction yet. So I suppose. I remember when I was little and obsessed with Gacha. I can also remember the Demon Alpha Wolf phase, where people were simping for Gacha characters. I think people still do simp for certain Gacha characters, especially ones of the more popular shows. Yeah, there you go. Prism can vouch for me. In fact, I've had that a few times. I remember at one point, someone had to fill in for Julius, and they literally went, "Yes, Julius is my crush," and then it was like cover their mouths. Julius, of course, being one of the Mutant Girl characters. If you haven't been on my channel before, so I've had it, but people simp over my own Gacha characters quite a few times. In fact, one of them actually had a bit of a behind-the-scenes competition from people who were in the cast and crew of the Mutant Girl, you know, debating who was the biggest Empress stan or Empress simp that there was. Yeah, exactly. See, right there. Empress, for some reason, gets all of the people. That was it's me. See, there we go. Yeah. Well, okay, you weren't part of the discussion at the time. It was mostly between Emily and Avity, the original voice of Julius, but crown you. You're gonna have to take that up with Emily, I think. Not with Avity, because Avity's not around anymore, but Emily particularly. I wish Avity would come back. I'm so glad no one's suspending any of my Klamaya characters that you know of. Give it time. If Klamaya continues for long enough, it's bound to happen at some point. Because the Empress simps came around like around a year after the Mutant Girl started, maybe like 2 years actually. So, go on Felix. Oh, yeah. Felix is an interesting choice to simp for. Though I know that that's going to make Aiden very happy to hear that when I tell him later. But yeah, it's imminent. It happens.
Where in the world is he? It's already almost time.
I'm sure he will be here by any.
These two like to live in the shadows. They're really building up this reveal, aren't they? They're like Fire Lord Ozai, but double. Right down to being the parent of one of the main characters.
I'm here.
You saw me sing for Jet, you know how questionable my taste is. Okay. Evil You know what? You're not wrong. That is actually the pattern there. Well, okay then. If someone sims for Pierce or the Dark Warlock, you have issues. If someone sims for the Dad, they have even bigger issues. There's that too. I'm a ginger. Yes, but are you evil though? That's the question here. That's what we really need to know for this to work.
Uh-huh. See, I was right.
You do know that I wouldn't be late on this big day, right?
As you should be. Now come on. We need to...
You mean as you shouldn't be, because he said he wouldn't be late, so it shouldn't be, not as you should be, not like should be late anyway.
Prepare ourselves for the opening ceremony.
Oh, you are evil, okay.
Come on, Vivian.
That is a nice subtle detail of having like the logo there. I mean, obviously we've seen that logo so many times, and we knew that they were preparing for a cooking competition, so it's easy to connect the dots. People, you know, it was pretty obvious where they were going to go. Or the story was going, but still. Nice anyway. Also, I see the shadow of the other person down there. Again, a bit of a character tint. That's what I was saying before. The character tints were what I meant to say. People sometimes customize their Gacha Club characters to have that tint, especially because they're trying to use all of the new features at the time that were available. So I can see that. That blonde pretty. That's Mallory, and the guy behind her is her boyfriend. I think Aiden sits for the shadow monster in Clamaya, let's be honest here. I can definitely ask him about that. Or then again, you've written Clamaya Season 2 with him, so you must know better than me. Miraculous, that's the show, and it shouldn't remind you of that since that. Hold on. Wait. Oh, okay, here we go. Why does it remind me of, I don't know what the show was called, where the girl turns a superhero Ladybug? Miraculous Ladybug, yes. Can't think what it's called, why does it remind me of it? I'm not sure why. I guess maybe because like, I guess like love interest has two parents that are shadowy overlords, maybe, as opposed to the one in Miraculous Ladybug, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Or because the main character also loves, or I guess, like, had a father who was a chef, and that's what Marinette's parents do. I don't know. I am the shadow monster. Oh, from Clamaya, you mean? Wait, but that hasn't been... I don't know if it was like decided whether that's going to be voice acted or not. I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Vivian, faster! Whoa, Mallory, slow down!
It's nice to see them out of uniform, actually, you know, because I've said this before, but one of the things that's interesting when you do, when you have a uniform, is that you can actually afford to have multiple changes of clothing that happens sometime later, because the characters are recognizable and they're in uniform for most of the scenes that you see them for, but then when they're out of uniform, you have a little bit of variation, so you have to just keep with one consistent outfit if you want to have them be, you know, brand recognizable, or, you know, have some specific outfit to identify them, maybe. Yeah. I eat air. Nummy. Okay.
It's not even open yet. We still have to wait.
So many people.
It's Chef Zen! What do you expect? People
I'm not sure if this is a good idea.
Calm down. Everything will be okay. You'll do great.
I really am not certain about this. Keep yourself together, Vivian. You can do it.
Alright, I got this.
To be continued? Yes. And I'm going to skip the outro. There is like a post-credit scene in the last one. Oh yeah, this is the one where they're stuck on the road for ages and Kyle just keeps staring at her and holding up the traffic. Yeah, about here. Kamai isn't going to be voice acted. Okay, it would be 1, too much work, and 2, not enough actors who, and also had issue with voices in the past, it would be easier to not be voice acted. And if you needed multiple roles, then I got you, but I understand that. It's just because I think, I remember there was like some plans of maybe having it be voice acted, but yeah, I wasn't really sure. And you'll want to went through a whole gacha phase, and I will prove to you how insane I was for it. I actually wanted flipping enemies to lovers IRL. I cursed myself right now because that's so your poor enemies in real life. That's kind of like the In Love with a Villainess anime that came out recently. Just like one cat tries to bully you, and then I guess that's the ultimate defense, gets them to leave you alone. I guess that sort of works. Oh dear. I wrote. Okay, yeah, I thought so. Yeah, year 1. Okay. Think you remember the name? 10% love, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will. I don't know. May you please know that I also love Kurt from Another Evil Ginger. Oh, well, I don't know how Aiden's going to feel about that one. The reason I'm going to tell Aiden about the Felix one particularly is because some people said they would have shipped Felix, or they would have like simped for Felix if he hadn't been voiced by Aiden specifically. That's all they was put them off. Which, yeah, I'm just gonna let him know that that's not necessarily the case. But then again, I guess not only is his voice acting helping with that, but also his writing. So there you go. All right then. I guess this is KW's final thoughts for the video. Not much to say. It's alright, but some darker scenes could have been done better. Yeah, okay. I swear people so desperate they get AI. I'm pretty sure that AI has already recreated Tsukasa for you, so I don't know. It almost makes it better of you, Aiden. There you go. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna screenshot that. There you go. Note to self: write a ginger enemy so Prism can simp of a character in a show or mini movie. That's all I need. Yeah, you must really enjoy that video where Ed Sheeran plays a vampire. Must be like the ultimate dream come true for you. Wait, really? Tsukasa? Yeah, I'm fairly certain. There's like a whole AI app that has a bunch of like anime characters, given like their personalities from the shows and such. I'm sure Tsukasa's one of them. Today when I was in school, I was having an argument with someone, and this annoying boy came up to me and said, "Why are you arguing?" And I said, "Why are you?" Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. No, that's I see. That's hopefully you accept your apology, or you managed to sort that out. Okay. All right. Oh, you don't actually. You don't like the Ed Sheeran vampire video. I forgot what song that was. It's one that my cousin listened to. I don't know. Take back what I said. Yeah. Suddenly doesn't seem so bad.
Hi everyone, Felly here.
Wait, I'm not ready yet!
Oh my god, you're such a bloody slowpoke.
Hey everyone!
Felly here.
And Zyril.
We just want to thank you for watching the second episode of the
Zyril did almost nothing in this episode. Is that why they gave him this spotlight here?
Memories recipe, and the whole team, especially Seige, hopes that you...
I don't know. I don't accuse me of liking Ed Sheeran. No, I'm saying that I'm not in the shape of you. Yeah, okay. I mean that one music video where he plays a vampire, because I feel like that would count as evil ginger at that point. Only that version of Ed Sheeran, the character vampire one. Anyway,
you've enjoyed it.
Show that you liked the episode by leaving a thumbs up and maybe even a comment if you have any thoughts about this.
And do hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell.
Ring.
I should get my VAs to do this. I'll just put them in front of a microphone and be like, okay, improvise the like and subscribe section in character, go.
Ding ding ding!
So that you don't miss any videos from this channel.
I'm still trying not to laugh every time I hear you do Siege's catchphrase.
Sir, do you want to get fired?
But yeah, make sure to subscribe so that you won't miss any videos. Consider following the other team members as well. The links will be in the description below. Do
I like Twilight Prism? Who knows? Oh, sorry. Do we like Twilight, Prism, not like Twilight Prism as a... that was like a new pony or something. Like people not liking voice. I mean, so you mean a thing that has very much happened multiple times before? Unfortunately so. You mean it's like that then? Okay.
In a Google document.
And one more thing, in case you don't know, Siege has her own Discord server.
She'll be posting a lot of spoilers, streaming gameplays, having some podcasts with the team members, and even hosting Nitro giveaways from time to time. So
you know, I actually subscribed to Siege, not for these videos, but for the for story time ones, because they're actually pretty entertaining.
If you want to see those, join Siege's Party House.
Do know that you need to be at least 13 to join, as it states on Discord.
Oh, hold on, I need to send this the screenshots to Aiden specifically, because otherwise I only have one saved at a time. Hold on a second. And yeah. He just came online as well. He just like he was off, and then I saw like it, you know, he's on his phone now. Stream right now. Sent by Prism who Simps or Felix. And also good. There you go. Okay. I've he just says nice. All right. I'm concerned about it. Bella, where have you been, Loka? I never get over that line. Definitely amazing. Next time you review a memories recipe, which video will you review? Episode 3 full episode, because episode 3 part 2, no, episode 3 part 1. I didn't know that there were separations, so I guess I can try the full episode 3, and I guess where the part 1, part 2 split goes. It'll probably depend on like the duration of it, because I also try to judge the videos by like how long that they would be collectively, and how many guests there are. But yeah, I think the full episode 3 I can do. By the way, Sukasa ate someone's heart in the show it's from. I only wanna eat your heart. I only wanna eat your heart. Just lie there while I eat your... Okay, never mind. Note to self, right? Character that Ada's going to be voicing with the character Ginger for Prism. We're just getting like the secret formula here. Apparently. Yeah, just Felix. Yeah, right, Felix. You know, Felix did actually appear in Ghost Girl at one point. I remember that he was used at that point. I don't know. Also, Aiden, where have you been, loco?
Okay, so why was my voice brought up? Genuine question. Also, I know my voice is sexy. It's the sexiest voice in the world. Nah. I'm just joking.
Okay, it's because Crooksmith Draws here mentioned that their awkward gacha phase where they actually simped for or remembered people like simping for gacha characters. They mentioned all gacha characters actually do with enemies to lovers and such. So I said yeah, I've people still very much do that because there's several of my own characters who have been simped for. And then so I brought up Julius as the first example because he was the earliest, and then Empress is the latest and most known and most commonly
simp for.
yes, most simped for. That's a new Jacob Award, most simped for. And then afterwards, Prism said, "Oh no, I'm the ultimate Empress simp. Please crown me. I already gave up on Felix. I'm not giving up on Empress," which meant like, wait, hold on, you simp for Felix? Roll it back for a second there.
Listen, I mean, we all like a psycho man. You know, we all love a psycho man. To be fair, if I wasn't voicing Felix, maybe I would have simped for Felix back in the day. Technically.
Oh, I simp for a psycho.
Yeah, pretty much. You know,
my friend though.
but I voice them, so you know. Plus, if I knew the voice actor and depending on who they are, it would depend. I don't know. Because sometimes it's like, I only hear this person. I don't actually. It's just like,
That is true. That does like add a bit of an extra layer of awkwardness.
Just like yeah.
Yeah, in the case of Empress, I think most people who simp for her don't like know the voice actor personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, not that that's any indication. Obviously, I'm not saying that. Oh, if you met them, you stop like. No, obviously not.
But it's like the fact that you know them, and then it's like awkward if you know them really well as a person. It's like simping for your character, but at the same time, I really don't have romantic feelings at all for you. So it's like confusing.
Yeah, exactly. In my case, it's the opposite. I got romantic feelings for the actor and not for the character. You should have a friend who does voice impressions so you would die. No, I am the friend who does voice impressions so others die. That's my job.
Listen, Niles is, you know. Listen, Niles is calling KW.
I forgot about Niall.
Listen, who could forget about Niles? Who could forget about Niles?
It's been a while.
It's been so long.
It's been a while since we last heard from Niall, so I'd forgotten. The memories are far from rotten.
So wait, is the video actually done? Like, dang.
Yes, the video is done. We were like final thoughts, and then
how was the episode?
Well, I am glad you asked that question. So the episode itself, I mean, it starts off. I would say it starts off rougher, but actually, even though Jet as the character is, of course, you know, abominable, he's intentionally so, and he comes with his own theme song, so that's something. And
wait, so every time he's on screen, his theme just takes over the screen.
He comes with theme music. It's got like a background score that's unique to him. Is what I meant to say.
I mean, that's cool. I feel like that's cool in like videos when people in like series when people actually give characters a certain theme or a kind of ambiance, you know, to like them.
Oh yeah, I did that with Pop.
Yeah,
and with Bianca, but she hasn't been in enough episodes yet for Rita. To kick in.
You know, well, you know, you have to see it at least a good few times before you start to catch on.
Yeah, but Pop's leitmotif has been a constant thing, which, by the way, started with the original episode 6 of Mutant Girl, so will officially come full circle for every time I could have used it in a month's time. So actually, you know, even though I was yelling at the screen at that point about that scene actually from a narrative perspective, like, it actually establishes the conflict of probably, like, of at least, like, an arc of the series, if not the actual series as a whole, depending on how long it's going to be. Because in the first episode, it seemed like, "Oh, okay, we have this whole memory mystery, but we also seem to have the, restaurant that's running fairly okay, and, a love interest who is a stalker, so we don't really wanna see them get together anyway, so."
Ask any fan of Twilight.
Oh, we just Twilight as well, actually.
Listen, I'm just saying, Team Jacob all the way for Twilight. Okay, listen,
Well
Jacob is so fine in that movie. Like, oof, like, dang.
Oh, you mean, like,
Dang.
the actual, like, the first Twilight movie? He's barely in that, isn't he?
Well, no, just the character as a whole and throughout the movies.
The character as a whole falls for a baby.
Yeah, okay, besides
And, like,
that,
berates Bella on multiple occasions and tries to control her in
okay,
many ways.
listen, it's better than Edward. Low bar, but, like, still. Not the
I mean, yeah, honestly, it depends. People that have actually, like, read Twilight, it seems like Edward just has, like, a full character pivot at some point after he goes on a trip and then comes back a new person.
Listen, all I'm saying is I could change him.
Yeah, same on that trip, yeah.
Oh my god. But, like, oof. But, like, listen, just the actor, like, Taylor Lautner. Oh my god.
Okay. See,
that
this
man.
this is the same situation I find myself in with, like, like Draco Malfoy or, or Professor Snape, where everyone's like, they're probably thinking of Tom Felton and Alan Rickman specifically in those instances
Really?
rather than the
I don't
actual.
know. I mean, like, okay, so I have seen the adult actor who played Draco Malfoy. He played like a character on The Flash. But like, even in that context, really that man?
I think you got to think about the context of him as Draco rather than
okay.
Tom Felton. Yeah, like it's the combination of those. That's the image of that. Yes,
but Snape.
There's a reason people say Snaddy, and it's not because of the actions of the character. Let's just say
Snape. I haven't seen much of the actor outside of his stuff in Harry Potter, but like
I actually have. He's vastly different, obviously.
Oh,
but like,
would you say he's more attractive and stuff outside of Harry Potter? Just like, listen, like genuinely, would you say he's?
I mean, I guess you might enjoy his physique as Hans Gruber, maybe.
Maybe. And like, listen, it's just he like in the Harry Potter movies, he comes off as very creepy, very monotone. The long hair doesn't do it, It's just
long hair does it for a lot of people, actually, surprisingly.
Not for me at all. No long hair. Like, listen, I'm sorry, short hair all the way.
I just let Emmy reach you if I know the childhood crushes videos well enough.
Who's Emmy reach you?
A YouTuber.
Oh.
Yeah, which by the way, the childhood crushes series is one that I was thinking of, like, adding my own twist, because even though there's 4 videos of those, you never did like any like LGBT crushes that people had as a child. So maybe that would be, I just invite a bunch of gay people and have them duke it out amongst themselves for my amusement.
Listen, look. Okay, I have a theory. That Ghosty had a crush on Chico. That's my theory.
Okay. You can probably just ask her. She'll most likely tell you, or she'll go.
Yeah,
eerily
but like,
silent.
listen. It's the vibe that Shigo gives that I feel like Ghosty would really like. Honestly.
Okay. Yeah, I have watched like a minute amount of Kim Possible, so I've seen like a few Shigo appearances. So it's like, I can maybe.
Like she's kind of got that emo girl kind of appeal, I guess you can see, like kind of that edgy girl that girl that will punch you if she gets mad, which you wouldn't think would be attractive. But listen, okay,
it wouldn't be anyone to me, but I know people who would find it attractive.
Yeah, it's like, listen, this is kind of how it goes with some.
It's probably part of the reason people find Yumi attractive.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't feel like Yumi would hit anyone. Has Yumi hit people who weren't?
Well, I mean, Well, I mean,
No?
I think it's more the idea that she
Oh,
could rather than she would.
yeah, just like dang. I don't remember even being that violent towards her friends. At least, I mean, she's been
I've seen
angry, but
I've
like she
seen people
isn't.
talk about the idea of like wanting a partner who could beat them up, not that would, but has that power.
That's Travis. That's Travis from my street.
I'm not sure. I don't know if it's like necessarily his thing. His thing is just is woman. But
I don't know. I mean, I think he just has a thing for powerful women. I mean, like he had a thing for like Lucinda, Caitlyn. I mean, man has a
well,
type.
yeah. Well,
Mhm.
again, I'm not so sure because remember, he has a bunch of fangirls and has presumably dated quite a few people, depending on yeah.
Depends. I don't know. We haven't. Okay, I will say with Travis, I kind of wish we actually got to see him date someone else, or get to see like the fact that like what he's like in other relationships. He's like,
Yeah, I
dang,
guess
such a missed opportunity. You know where you could have did? You could have gave him a relationship in Phoenix Drop High and just said that relationship fizzled out. Over time. Like just give him a minor relationship during that series to see what he's actually like in a relationship.
Yeah, maybe like season 2 time, like Dante
Yeah,
setting up with
season 2.
someone, but he's not quite. I feel like that Travis is also not entirely prepared for a relationship in the first place anyway, so it would just not last very long anyway. So yeah, like a fleeting moment thing, as the unfortunate case for a lot of high school relationships, my own included.
I mean, most high school relationships don't even last, so oof.
That's what I'm saying. Didn't Aphmau imagine Aaron with a stubby beard? Aphmau, the creator, imagined
a bit
Aaron, the
of
character,
stubble.
as yes.
Okay, I will say the bit of stubble on his chin, I would say, is technically canon. Purely because when we get art in like season 6 of MCD Aaron and some stuff, like the official art in the episode, he's actually defined. He has the chin stubble. So I would say
season 1 art doesn't display that.
Season 6, when we get flashbacks to Diaries Aaron.
So I guess it becomes canon later. I guess he grows it out.
No, I mean I would say it's technically canon. It's just something that she couldn't show. Technically,
She very much could. If she was commissioning art for the purpose of being shown in the series, she could have specified.
Yeah, she specified in season 6.
So again, she could have specified season 1, even despite that, if it were a case at that point. So I guess he just grew it out as far as the seasons went.
Well, I think
maybe after embracing his werewolf side.
Oh, I think in season 1 on My Street, in season 1 on My Street, I'm pretty sure that was just fan art she featured. I don't think any of that was actually commissioned.
I mean, the final shot is the picture, which I guess maybe they wrote they could have written the episode around that theoretically.
Well, probably. I'm pretty sure that was just fan art that she actually featured. I mean, technically, I think the only time she actually commissioned that art was like during like what season? The remake. I think during the remake that art was commissioned. But I think
I'm not referring to the shipping shrine, because the shipping shrine I think was just fan art.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it was Minecraft Diaries as well. So
yeah, well, initially in the remake they kind of fixed that because like that it made no sense retroactively in My Street. It's like, yeah, why is Aaron wearing this? Because like Aphmau shouldn't know about that, any of this, or none of this makes sense in context of My Street.
Of course, yeah. They brought back the outfit anyway for Akon.
Yeah, although that was more of a joke. She's like, "What am I wearing?" So clearly she didn't know what that outfit was canonically.
Yeah, although Kaden does own her Fire Fist. They were they're like hung up on the wall, and it's all very questionable.
I mean, we didn't see a room in the remake, so I think if that were to be remake, that detail on the wall wouldn't be. I mean, and you could also say maybe they're like,
I want to see the poster. I want to see the remade poster.
I mean, you could also say they're like, you could also say her Fire Fist in that context were like collectibles she found somewhere that looked really cool. Because there's some like really cool looking collectibles. Like people buy like freaking katanas.
I'm sure that Caitlyn the Fire Fist. I'm sure that Caitlyn the Fire Fist as a historical figure existed, and so because her name is Caitlyn, it's very possible that someone was like, "There you go, Sugar Pea. Here's the thing for your namesake. I can be a Fire Fist, just like you set the rug on fire when you found out I was on a date. We don't talk about that. It's still singed."
I mean, I will say maybe she's just known as the Fire Fist. Maybe it's not even known as Caitlyn Fire Fist. It's just the Fire Fist.
She did
And
call herself a Fire Fist at one point in season 1. I do remember that.
maybe it's like a I don't know. Maybe it's like a thing. Maybe it's like a title someone gives to themselves or can get, or for being considered feisty.
Probably, but
Eh.
yeah, probably like as a result of the original Caitlyn the Fire Fist, and that's a thing people say now because it's been
Yeah.
like ingrained into pop culture. Probably.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure the animation in the series is pretty good. I haven't seen much of it, but for what I've seen, I'm pretty sure it's pretty good.
Oh, we're going back to Memory's Recipe now. Yeah. Well, yeah, the animation is, and it's not like it's like overly ambitious or anything. The only reason I ranked it underneath Unbounded is because Josh sprung the question on me, and it's like, well, Unbounded, does more with the animation because it's like that's how it's geared towards. But in this series, the way that it handles itself. I mean, yeah, that's the animation is serves its purpose and serves it quite well at that. One thing I'm not so sure about is sometimes when they have like the floating head reactions. I think they're mostly trying to save budget on those. So again, not really gonna hold that against them too much. Where I tend to hold people with things against people is in storytelling. And again, this series, like this episode, introduced the actual main conflict. It gave like a bit of a decision. It also delved into a phenomenon which hasn't been fully explored yet, unless that memory's been unlocked now because she remembered that she got hit by a car afterwards, or because again, this seems like a red herring. It might, or not red herring. It seems that it might be foreshadowing to the fact that she wasn't actually doing those two things together. She wasn't chasing after the person. And then
What if the plot twist of the series was she wasn't the one hit by a car, but like maybe like a sister or something was hit by a car and killed, so they altered her memories to erase the sister from her mind? Then it's oh.
I'm not so sure about that, only because like it happened from like her perspective, and also we haven't seen anyone with the ability to modify memories that well. Like as far as I'm aware, there's no magic system in this, and science is not involved at that point.
You have to wait. Is it mystically removing memory, or is it scientifically removing memory, or is it just trauma erasing trauma suppressing memory?
Well, I mean I feel like this. I don't know if the suppressing of the memory would like say like, oh yeah, I'll just like apply the collision to myself and erase the whole person.
Okay, when I'm saying that, I mean it's just something that your brain does to mentally protect yourself from certain stuff, where it blocks out certain stuff or like makes it fuzzy in detail to protect your sanity and your mental state, because your brain can't handle processing that constantly.
Normally what it does is like block those memories completely, not like replace them with others or apply them to separate people. This one, what I've heard.
So you're talking magic or science?
Yes, and as I just explained here, there's no magic system, and also science is not advanced to that point as of yet, or at least not that I can perceive. It seems very much rooted in modern day. So again, I think the case is that those two memories were spliced together, and they were led to be as a sequence of events, but that's misleading. They weren't actually related. That's what the definition implies to me right now. But because it played right before that flashback even happened. But it was nice to see again going back to that, so it wasn't like just a one-off with presumably child Kyle, and that never comes back. Like it seems that there's a bit more to their connection than we led on. Which, if anything, I guess might leave the whole stalker to lover story a little bit better off, only because they have a pre-established connection, much like Afro and Aaron did in Fingers Job High.
Wait, what if it's gonna end up being? What if it's gonna end up being like crap? What's that movie we watched? That anime movie that wasn't very good. Frost Curse. Crap, what's it called? The Frost Curse movie. We watched it recently.
Oh, that wasn't an anime. That was just a gacha. That was a different gacha review. Yeah,
Animated gacha. What if it ends up being like the Frost Curse, where he erased her memories and because of something happened or whatever, and then she remembers and they start a relationship or something.
Or it's just Jean.
Just Jean. No, Jean's just randomly canon to this universe. Like Jean's like just canon now.
Yeah. How do you feel about the floating head reactions to the other gacha series that use live 2D? I mean, off the top of my head, I mean, floating head reactions can be entertaining, but in different ways. Like It's a Family Thing is probably my favorite example of floating head reactions, because it was like stuff happening from outside the screen. It was all it was done with Carlisle's reactions as he wakes up and here's his busy family and such, and the heads change like his personas chase after each other. There was a lot that was done with that. But in this one, it was mostly just, okay, we need to save our animation, which is why I'm like, I understand why, but it's not really a thing that really strikes me as like a grand idea or anything like that. It's just kind of came with the territory, really. That being said, I forgot, Aiden, also, this series, there's one scene that completely shattered the fourth wall multiple times. They reference not only the music freaks and such, because that's a bit of a Easter egg, but they also referenced the series itself and how long it was taking, and dropped a subscriber notification on top of like the ticker for for the news broadcast. I referenced the Katie Killjoy news program in the description of this video, and then I focused on the ticker again, much like I did with the Has-Been pilot reaction. And the actual episode. So yeah, I guess that all came full circle. But yeah, suffice to say, I enjoyed this episode far more because it also contained far less Kyle, which there you go. And also Jet didn't stick around for too long. So, a bit of an interesting problem to have, where the lack of the love interest in this romance-oriented story makes it objectively better. Or subjectively better, I should say, because I'm one person, in my opinion. But
no, it makes it objectively better. You are the objective. You're the objective man.
Some people say is objective. That with these gacha reviews, but that's really not.
You're really not.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, subjectively better is what I meant to say. It's a bit of an interesting problem, but we'll see how that manifests next time, because yeah, we'll be maybe we'll be back on March the 5th. This will be like every 5th of the month or something like that. I don't know. Less love interest, more cooking. And that is where we're going to leave that off right now. How about a Felix impression to round off this video, since I brought you here?
Oh, okay. Listen, I did what I did for Agatha, okay? It's what I had to do. I mean, I know you guys will never understand, but like, how do you know what it's like watching your sister cry because she feels like a failure? Listen, I'm sorry I did that to Reina, but I had to do it. It was for the greater good. And Reina's fine. She has cool ears now. She can have all her popularity and confidence. She can have that finally. And I'm sorry I had to hurt Empress too, inadvertently. But she got in my way. It's what I had to do. Thank you for forgiving me. I really appreciate it. Listen, I just play up the soft boy, I'm so sweet energy when I do that. It's like, listen, I did it for a good cause.
You always start off with that line as well. I knew you were going to go with that one, or that
yeah, listen, I gotta play up that energy, okay?
Yeah, it's kind of like Grey Griffin every time that she voices Azula, just like berating the person who asked for the impression.
Oh, did you know she a Grey Griffin actually? I'm pretty sure she actually. No wait, Grey Dot. No wait, no, never mind. Or maybe.
Well,
was
Grey
she?
Delisle, I think, got
Grey
married and then
Delisle.
became Grey Griffin.
Yeah. Okay, because like she voices Daphne in a lot of the Scooby-Doo media.
I actually forgot about that, but I do remember hearing about it.
Imagine Daphne starts acting like a Zulu one day.
Well, I mean, she is the rich girl, so maybe at some point. You know, that could have happened in the adaptation that shall not be named, but I guess they didn't think of that one. Either that or Grey Griffin just like refused to be part of it, which, you know what, fair enough.
Nah, none of the current VAs were asked to join.
I could maybe they were asked. They just, you know, they've returned a picture of them shredding the script or setting it on fire or something. It's his only line. Oh my goodness. I have to like recycle a line just all the time. Anyway, okay, well that's a good place to wrap this up.
Marwick, listen to me. I can help you. You want to be like your girlfriend, right? I can really help you. Seriously, you gotta listen to me.
I'm still unconscious.
Listen, I know you're not conscious right now, but listen. Just psychologically absorb what I'm saying. I can brainwash you.
That literally was not the point of me showing up here. Marwick wasn't there for that reason. That was an emergency situation. He had no plans for Marwick at all.
Listen. He would murder a child if he had to.
No, he would not.
Listen, he could fix him.
There was nothing to fix.
He could fix him. Trust me, bro.
In what way?
He's fixed the problem of him breathing. Listen, okay?
This is like actual evil Felix. Not just morally grey Felix.
Exactly.
Yeah, so many he joins the League of Evil Gingers at last. That'd be good like like spin-off series, the League of Evil Gingers, led by Kurt.
Kurt's there, Lilith's there, Felix is there.
Yeah, exactly.
They're all just talking to me like, oh man, don't you hate it when our plans are stopped? It's like, yeah, I hate it. Like, come on. Like, oh god. Like, the fact that I had to get murdered, like, listen, Abraxas was free and I got murdered.
Yeah, wasn't that just
And like Kurt's like, well, I hate your boss. Your boss is the one who exploded me. It's like, listen, you had it coming. You were a jerk. It's like, aren't you a jerk too? That's not the point.
I feel like Kurt would bring up the fact that Abraxas also blew up Jason.
Just like, Kurt blew up Jason too. Hey, listen, I loved him. I mean, he was just a lackey, okay? He was just this freaking lackey. I don't care. But that's not the point.
You know, I actually kind of like the idea of a villain being like a tsundere for one of their minions.
Yes.
Just having to pretend they were expendable the whole time. That's actually, you know what, we need to do that for a villain at some point.
Yeah, just be like, oh, I hate them. They're pointless. I don't need them. Why did you have to kill them though? I mean, like, you had to kill them? Like, God, that was so rude. It's like, but
yeah, it's like, thank you, boss, for rescuing me. I would have surely been a goner there. Yeah, whatever. I need it for a retry at some point. It was so pathetic there. I wasn't going to let you fight until the end. There was no point. You embarrassed yourself enough already. Of course. It's like, oh my gosh, that was close. I almost lost him.
Tsundere villain and Fallen Angels eventually. Ooh.
Yeah, sure. Honestly, yeah, Fallen Angels or any series, we just need to do that at some point.
Listen, it probably will happen. Listen. Wait, what if we have like a tsundere villain in The People Above as like a as a 1 episode villain?
I mean, yeah, as a 1 episode, I feel like it'd be more fun to have that be a reoccurring one. We already have like a villain.
Ooh, we can have like reoccurring villain. Okay, technically we can always have a reoccurring villains. Okay, we can have reoccurring villains. I'm cool with that. If you want to do that eventually. Hee hee hee. Evil laugh.
Yeah. Maybe Vampiric War would be a good place to try that out.
True. That would be a good place to do that.
Yeah. I love that. Or the Guardians, actually. The Guardians would be a fantastic thing for that to happen. Anyway. Yeah. Okay, well, we'll deal with that, but we'll wrap this up for now. Make the Queen and Empress canon, please. Oh yeah, sure. I know for a fact you voiced the Queen. I know where this is going here. You know, if Empress made the "you mecha me crazy" joke, you definitely would be more into it. I'm just gonna ask Moni to do that at some point, just out of the blue. She's like, "Are you sure this is for the series?" Yeah, for the series. There's a new character.
Yeah.
I just go with it. Anyways. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go now. I need food. Yeah. Please leave a like.
Until next time, caca.